Hello, friends. Obviously, you do not know me, but I'm Solomon. I usually go with by Saul, something that a dear friend of mine called me. I call him Coach or Sully, but those who know the story behind that, um, Sol is where I settled because it means sun in Spanish, and I like to be the light um because why not? Anyway, so it's Solomon. I'm originally from Afghanistan, but I was 3 years old when I left the country. I was mainly spent. I came to the United States, immigrated as a with my family here at the age of 14. Before that, I was spent my time in former USSR in a country called Uzbekistan that used to be part of the Soviet Union. But I lived there after the breakup of the Union. So I just thought of making some videos, making a channel, sharing my experiences, sharing the knowledge that I've learned throughout the years on my own and from others, from the books that I've read, and nothing special. I do not have any fancy qualifications, so if you're looking for that, I'm not the right guy. But it's just something that I'm a big fan of Superman, as you guys can see, the flag. It's something very special to me. I'm not a comic book guy, but what resonated about Superman is that his human parents always tell him that you're privileged with a lot of powers and you should be responsible and help. I guess you could say that about any superheroes. But I just liked Superman more, and so I do not have any special superpowers, but I just thought of see it as my personal obligation, in my opinion, to share the knowledge and experiences I've gained throughout the years with you all, and whoever finds them useful, I'm glad. Who doesn't, I'm sorry that I'm not being more useful, but I will try. So back to where I was raised before I came to the States at the age of 14. Is I grew up in a special. Back then, I didn't realize this because I was just too young. I was 7, 8, 9, 10. I came here again at the age of 14. So I was 3 when we left Afghanistan in 92. I was born in 89. So we were temporarily in somewhere else, and then looking for a new place. And then, but the intent was always to be here. So I never had a permanent home until I came to United States of America, and then United States of America became my home, permanent home, and it will be till I'm alive. So this country is something that's very dear to me, and I have my own personal reasons. One of them is what I just mentioned, and there are many other reasons that I do not want to get into this video. There's just too much. I want to keep this short as a brief intro. And so I grew up in the obviously in the mid and late 90s in Uzbekistan. And as far as my memory goes, I grew up in a special time. And the reason why it was special, you guys probably already know, is that USSR dissolved. And so there was an influx of mostly American, some European stuff coming into the country at a very fast rate. And then there was the old, well, not necessarily old because it was just a few years that the union dissolved. And so as a kid, I couldn't interpret this. Obviously, I didn't have the maturity to do so. But it was special because there was this Soviet stuff, and then there was American music, American clothes, American culture coming in, especially pop culture. And I always was gravitating towards that more. The Soviet stuff kind of seemed archaic and boring. Whenever my dad would take me, I just remember, to give you guys a specific example, my dad would take me to this park that was theme park that was built during the Soviet times, and then there was this new park that was themed as an American park. So I always wanted to go there. The park that my dad took me, I always saw it as dull and nothing going on and boring. But due to financial reasons, the American theme park was obviously more expensive. So Soviet park it was. But anyways, when we immigrated to United States finally to my permanent home, things it was not hard for me to adjust because Uzbekistan, even though I would not compare Uzbekistan with the United States for many reasons, it was not hard for me because I grew up with the relative modernity and American culture before I even came here. So adjusting here, adapting here was very seamless for me. From any perspective, education and culture. There were some things that were new to me. One of them was Dr. Pepper. I remember we were staying over at my uncle's. I saw this Dr. Pepper 1 liter bottle that just looked like a Coca-Cola bottle. But then I was like, it doesn't say Coca-Cola. It looks like Coca-Cola. I haven't tasted it yet. And then I said, why does it say doctor? So I asked my uncle, what is this? I just thought it was some kind of medication that looks like a soda bottle. My uncle was like, no, it's a drink. It's similar to Coca-Cola. It's just it has a different distinctive taste. So I tried it. I loved it. And then it became my favorite drink. And peanut butter. Peanut butter was something else that's very American. Even in Europe, they're not into peanut butter. You will find them because I've traveled extensively to Europe, but peanut butter is mostly an American thing. So that was new. But other than that, everything else was something that was very much familiar before I came to the country. And so I was lucky and fortunate to have started high school freshman year here. Actually, I couldn't be more luckier than that. We came here in end of September, so school year just started. It took about a month for our obviously for the paperwork. What I mean by paperwork is ID, Social Security, stuff like that to come in after you immigrate to this country. It takes obviously residency is given to you right away because you immigrated here, legal status. And then, but everything else on the local level takes time, obviously. So as soon as that came in, I started high school freshman year about a month and a half late into the school year, but it was fun. It was fun. I started off right away, made great friends, great teachers. But this video is not about my high school experience. Anyways, I'm gonna keep this video short. I think I want to keep it 10 minutes, so it's about almost 9. And so yeah, just sharing my experiences, sharing my knowledge. I studied, well, technically I studied computer science and international relations. I actually did not manage to finish both because I became, before coming here, I was more, I conditioned and got used to learning things on my own. So college was just a thing that I couldn't keep going to. So I guess you could say I'm a college dropout. But I started taking college classes in high school. Our high school had a special program district that said if you're ahead in your high school credits, you can actually take college classes while being in high school. So physical college classes where you could go to the community college campus and after school. So I took 2 classes at night. And then there was 1 class where the professor of the community college would come to our high school and teach. So I had exposure to college in high school. I don't know, maybe subconsciously that played a role. I don't think so. I think that would be a good excuse for me to say that I dropped out. But knowledge is something that never stops for me. It's something that I always like to continue until I'm alive. So I read a lot, and yeah, so this channel is gonna be about sharing my experiences, the stuff I know, and hopefully it will be something useful for you guys. I started off a channel in Farsi, which is Persian. There are different dialects. There's a dialect that's spoken to in Afghanistan called Dari, but it's actually the mother language is Farsi. So anyways, this is for all the English-speaking friends, and I'm gonna try to keep this. I always loved studying physics. Chemistry was not my thing. Biology was, history. So I'm gonna keep this channel regarding, based on covering history, politics, and scientific subjects specific to physics. But I know you guys might be wondering, okay, I don't want to watch a physics channel. I promise you I will not keep it about physics. It's a very abstract and dry subject. Anyways, guys, I think it's 11 minutes now, so I went past what I promised. All right, guys, hopefully it will be fun, and it will be a good journey for me to learn things from you guys, for you guys to pick up any of my experiences that you will find useful, and that's it. All right, guys, thanks for taking the time. For those of you that watched till the end and didn't just stop at the first few seconds. All right, guys, I will see you guys soon. Have a good one. It's actually almost 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. I live in California. Anyways, I had some work that needed to get done for my job, some maintenance work. I just wanted to make a video because I do some, I guess, silly stuff late at night, like this. Okay, nothing crazy. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys soon.